Well, the fatigue was there and brain fog was there, and I always thought that this was a side effect of, aging, hormones. I'm going to be 60 in a couple of weeks, so, menopause and all that stuff. So that's what I thought at the time. I work with infectious diseases. I developed blood tests. So when they told me that I have to stick this thing onto my nose and breathe through it, and it pushes wet, warm air through my nose and mouth into my lungs, I said, there's no way in hell I'm using that thing, because the potential for fungal infections is horrible there. But in general, I tried it for one night. I didn't sleep. It actually didn't help much my sleep apnea. The thing kept falling off of my nose. And I basically returned it the next day. I lost weight. And that should have been done a long time ago for not just for that reason, but for many other reasons, health-wise. And that by itself took it to moderate. I tried one mouth appliance, or whatever they're called, insert, that basically pushed my jaw out. And at that point, I got a tracker. I got a sleep tracker with apnea tracking. And basically, I didn't see much of a difference. And then I went to a very expensive doctor, supposedly one of the very few in the States, who did a very customized, very, very expensive appliance. It was literally several $1,000s. And this is the appliance that not only pushes your jaw out, but it also holds your mouth open, so the tongue has a place to go. And this is when she told me that I do have big, as you put it, big floppy tongue. And that's probably contributing to the apnea, and the appliance should help. I mean, long story short, it didn't do anything. I was diligently wearing it, and then I was tracking, and then I'm like, let me see what is it without. And my numbers were exactly the same. I was still in between 15 to 20, 25, and this thing is sitting in a drawer collecting dust. Honestly, when I started listening to your videos, I'm like, the light bulb went on in my brain. I'm like, this makes so much sense. And the fact that you support everything with literature is, me being a scientist, is very important to me. I actually looked up some of the references that you cited. I'm like, let me see what the program is about, because the guy makes a lot of sense, supports everything he says with literature. I've tried pretty much everything else there is to try. Let me see what happens. So then you and I got on the call. Probably the first thing I noticed is my focus returned. The ability to do work more efficiently. And I started actually doing more things from around the house to like in my personal life and hanging out with friends more. And of course, work's been made a tremendous difference. So at first it was kind of frustrating because it wasn't improving, but I ended up with none to, well, pretty much I'm under 5 most of the time. And sometimes there's none, there's 1, 1, 2, 3. And another metric that I'm looking at, even when I have like AHI score of 6, 7, my blood oxygen remains very high. It used to fluctuate almost 20% before, and now it's under 10, sometimes under 5. I like the fact that the program is holistic. I don't think it only addressed my sleep apnea. I think it, as a result, it addressed some other issues. Just thought of like having more energy, more focus is it's amazing.